Well, that happened. You know how I've been trying to get here, and yet I'm here, and you're there. Here you are. Yeah, all I can say, I've been experiencing some technical difficulties. But anyway, we're here, and you're all there. How you all doing? Good to see you, Wiki Supremacy. Low specs Linux laptop. Great to see you. Let me get the invite out there so anybody wants to come up and we'll talk some rock. It's been one of those days. One of those days. It happens, right? It happens. Anyway, there's the what you've got wrenches all over the place. Okay, well, I don't even know who does and who has not. Oh. How you all doing tonight? This morning? Great to see you. Uh, What's up, Stone Cold Jimmy in the house? Good to see you. Good to see you. Don't need. He's convinced there are trolls. Trolls? Where? What trolls? What? I don't see no trolls. There are no trolls. There are no trolls over here. We'll find them if we do. Trolls are like cockroaches, you just scrape them off of your boot heel, right? Yeah. But then let's get on to the rock, right? Rock and roll, yeah. Oh, there's a music festival going on in Kentucky. You may have heard of it. I think it's called Louder Than Life. Hmm. You can imagine how that place is. Yes, I don't know what the time is in Kentucky. I know it's a couple hours difference. I'm in the past. Because I be here on the West Coast. Hmm. So what are you guys listening to out there? What are you listening to? I listen to mostly old stuff and always have an ear open for new good music because I don't want to believe it. Rock and roll music is dead. No, I really don't. Midnight. What about Midnight's Ed karaoke? Just yeeted while was singing Maniac. What? No, Parad. Yeah, Billy. No, what's that? Nephilia? Is that what it is? Nymphelia? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm checking out Unlikely Morpheus? Morpheus? Are those bands? I don't know. Mm. Sure, I have it down. Can you hear me all right? I see I'm pulse, but the avatar is doing its thing, pulsing now. I don't know if we can do this. There we go. Okay, now the message. Anybody wants to join this panel? How are you, son of red shirt and low specs? How is your morning going? Rock metal, yeah, awesome. We love rock metal. I consider myself a hair band enthusiast. I was gonna be in one of them hair bands. No, no, don't get any ideas, Parrothead. By the way, Parrothead, did you catch up my new short? I'm sure it will give you plenty of material for at least a while. You just broadcasting a little just late, just doing some things around the place. Major Dundee. Oh, got Major Dundee on. Hmm. Oh no, that's a bummer, man. Well, what can you do? What can you do? Is some companies, some my internet's not always that great, and they pay you. You have to pay out the wazoo just to keep it around. Hmm. I think that's where most. Well, we're not dialect, but we still have to hardline in. What do they call do they call it DSL when it's like a landline? But even now, I don't have a DSL, but I do have a hardline in for my modem router. I got one of them nifty combo deals with no antennas. Surprisingly, it works well though, because I think I've been using it for 4 to 5 years, uh, and I'm able to bring these such shows to you. Uh, so, rock music, origins, um, it had to come from like country, a little bit of country, a little bit of rhythm and blues, especially the blues, because Chuck Berry. Uh, working with somebody to elaborate on that, and, for whatever reasons I couldn't be here tonight. Uh, so we'll see. We'll see what we'll see. Hmm. I didn't mean to keep you waiting. I did push it back, but like I said, I've been trying for like almost 15 minutes to get on, and it was like such a headache when that happens. Everyone who banged their head to Cinderella shouldn't have opinion on this conversation whatsoever. True that, Wookie supremacy. Hmm. Well, I arrived late, and I see there's 5 of you out there, so uh, uh, what's that? Your super rule, and it's actually good while you am usually cool, cool. Where you are. That's good. Usually it's solid. That's cool. Mm. Who can remember their first album? With their first the first long playing album they had on, I guess, vinyl or 8 track. Remember 8 tracks? Remember 8 tracks? I remember listening to like the Doobie Brothers on 8 Remember, my dad had I think it was a Jeep, and it had an 8-track player on it. Does anybody miss 8 tracks? 8-track players. So, but if you're a true audiophile, some upper was it high end audio equipment, the reel to reel stuff. But imagine all that tape of music. I wonder how it sounds. Does anybody tell me how a reel to reel sounds? Does it sound good? Uh-oh. Technically, your first album was a Flintstones album. What? Oh, you remember 8 tracks? Yeah. You don't miss them. They were crap. Yeah. I know. You probably would dig up some sure in some antique store. There's a 8-track players with 8-track tapes. If anybody, I'm gonna see about hunting one down just for nostalgia. Just for nostalgia. I used to love listening to Joan Jett and the Heartbreakers. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. You know, that, and I had Pac-Man Fever on the 45. Hmm. Reel to reel is top notch. It sounds good. I hear there's also some good concerts have been recorded on those, or at least live um, stuff has. Curious to how it would sound. Joan Jett had a birthday feud. A day or two. Oh, she did. I wonder how old she is. I have to look her up, but I don't want to look her up right now. 61, man. Oh, 61. Well, I ain't too old. I ain't too old. Yeah. Hey, Moira. No. Good to see you, Moira. Good to see you. September 22nd. 63. Okay. That's not too bad. Sure, she still rocks when she performs live. Yeah, I wonder if I hope she still performs live. I don't know. Sounds like I have a pillow over my face. Uh-oh. Well, I don't. I just have to probably adjust my audio. I've been having issues with it all the time. Yeah, okay. See, my audio is currently coming through my camera, and I don't want that, so I have to change it. Wait, did it change it? Okay. Does this sound better? It should sound better now. Should sound better now. I hope I should sound better now.
You sent me a small selection of your Pandora. Okay. Okay. Oh, very good. Very good. Very good. I'm glad I was able to fix that. It was an easy fix and not something I have to fumble around about to get it right. I hate to do this to you all. I have to step away for just a moment. So take a break, and I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Hey, Keely Chow, roll tide, man. Roll tide, brother. Oh, boy. What a day. What a day. Oh. This month went by fast. Come to the end this Thursday, which will be Moira's birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday early, Moira. I know we're all part of the trio, JJ's, mine, and yours. But happy early birthday. And yeah, I'll be doing a stream come Wednesday, and I believe JJ might be doing one later today, Sunday. So we hopefully will look out for that. At least I hope so. We dig JJ, right? Just check out Tom's stream, and it's completely gone. Not even playback. What? How did that happen? Oh, heck, man. That stinks. That sucks. That really blows. Was he live? Was he live just like tonight? Like now? To collect as Ultron? It violated. Oh no. Oh no. Man. Okay. For about 2 hours. What's up, Eagle Rider? Good to see you. I hope you're all right. Hope you're quite all right. Links posted at the top if you can see it, but if not, here we go. Here it is. Again. Funny, Parrothead. Oh no! Did I? Oh, wow. I goofed. I goofed. My bad. Well, I feel it. No, okay. Uh, I'm not a boomer. Well, I might be. I'm old enough, or about to be. Uh, invite. Okay. Well, I don't know why it'd be linking you there. Okay, there's that. Uh, well. Uh, so the shirt the next one should be the correct one, I hope. Or else there's something fishy going on with my StreamYard that I don't know about. There we go. Hello.
I'm gonna laugh at you for that one.
Well, of course. You and Parrot Head can never let me live it down now.
That's about the sum of how we do things, isn't it, Parrot Head?
Yes. How you doing, Eagle Rider?
Not great today.
Yeah.
You got me here because I had to get back up because I had to do my stupid nasal treatment again. I've been sick now for 5 weeks.
You told Sci-Fi Team Boomer no longer just refers to baby boomer generation. It's also somewhere who is bad with tech. Well, aren't you special, Parrot? Are you any better?
Parrot Head, you realize you're saying that with me here, and you know how I am with technology.
Well, there's those of us who try it and those of us who don't.
There's those of us who can't find their fucking ass if it involves technology and just need somebody to do it all for them and show them how. I'm just saying.
What's up, Wargate Supremacy?
Ornery, if you don't stop licking my toes, I'm going to kick you.
Well,
She just shakes her head.
Kick it to where it hurts.
I wouldn't actually hurt her. It's an empty threat, and she knows it. That's why she just looks at me like, yeah, right, bitch.
Do I need hooked on phonics? No, I don't need hooked on phonics. Glasses, well, maybe.
Hello? Hey, look at my avatar. What psycho is that? Is that you?
Yeah, it sees the.
What's your point?
That cat looks like it's on attack mode to something.
Actually, that was the I didn't do it, I swear face.
Ah.
That was a few seconds after I caught her attacking a bunch of shit she wasn't supposed to. She just suddenly drops into the tub, sits as innocent as possible, opens her eyes, looks at me like, I didn't do it. Oh my god, Parrot Head! Oh my god.
Wow.
I cannot lie, that is actually true. To be fair, my IT guy is my husband. So, there's context there. How is Athena doing? Evil! She's been pretty good medically overall. There's still a few little things we have to deal with for her, but she's been doing a lot better. Meanwhile, she's taken recently to attacking Ornery in her sleep and seeing if she can cut her. Because they literally have wars over which one of them gets to cuddle me.
What do you
Speaking
want,
of
Kit
evil
Kat?
kitties, what is yours doing?
I don't know. Trying to for attention or tearing up calendars. I don't know. Something like that.
If my system starts lagging, it's because I'm transferring stuff off my phone because I have a bunch of stuff I have to get
No
printed
worries.
so I can do more of my work.
No worries. Were you watching Snow Dub tonight?
I was passed out for a while.
Oh.
I'm going back up because my sinus decided it hates my guts. Hey. What is wrong with you, you brain damaged dumbass? Climbing on my head does not make you less dumbass. Nor does it mean I'm going to give you attention.
Yes, folks. She is talking about me, but that's okay because I hit my head. No, just kidding.
You know, my camera is crap right now. That's why I'm not on it. So, to reiterate, she's clinging. Yes, I know the world revolves around you.
Do that, don't they?
My camera's dying really bad. Yes, I tried to take you off my lap. Oh, boo-hoo.
It's good there.
Okay, Ornery, down on the floor. Go be good. My cat is evil. I don't know what that says about me or her.
Some cats are evil, but hey,
she's evil, but right? She also is the thing that will take down anything that tries to screw with me. She's also good so like dumb. That. She keeps trying to get herself caught in the gears of the freaking recliner.
Well, your cat would probably kill a mice. Mine have brought mice in here and played with them. Not like kill them or anything. Just play with them. Like
my cat has flushed spiders because she didn't feel like eating it at the time. I don't know what you define that as.
The worst time was as one of them brought in a little bird, and a little bird was flapping around my apartment, and it flew at me like, oh, I'm like, oh.
I'm too much in the city. My cats don't go outside, especially Ornery. She's too dumb. A, there's a very busy road right near the house here. B, you know that there's a local eagle that likes to sit on the neighbor's roof right next to us that she likes to sit in the window and threaten. She doesn't leave this house.
Cats have the primitive instinct to hunt.
Yes, but threatening an eagle is a good way to die as a little 4-pound cat.
Well, yeah, but that's ballsy.
She sits in the window threatening the eagle, and it just literally sits there looking at her like, you know, if there wasn't glass between us, I'd eat you. It's like, oh my God. No, parrot head. I may be a bitch and evil, but I'm not stupid. She's the dumbest cat I've ever had. Most of my cats have been really devious.
Hey, Parrothead, go check out my recent short. It's like fuel. You can make memes and, you know, feel free.
Athena is devious. Ornery's just dumb.
What?
Athena's a devious cat. She plots things. She waits till people are in certain places. She does things really carefully. Ornery's just stupid. Yeah, I'm talking about you, dumb shit. Hi. Yeah, aren't you a little dumb shit? Oh, here's my dumb shit. I might be a little bit snarky.
Might? Oh.
Yeah, it's only a possible. It's not a guarantee.
Oh, okay.
So you have a supposed topic, but my head is loopy as all fuck, so I have no idea if I'll actually be able to follow you. So, let's go.
Oh, this is Rock Talk Saturday/Sunday mornings. Do you remember what your first albums were, or did you listen to albums when you're...
It's kind of hard to actually say. My parents always had music going around us, so I was very into music very little, so I'd actually really have to think about it. I know there was a lot of for all the way from 60s to current time at the time, rock and metal around us. And I know now it's still that way. It's rock and metal from every era and every genre of those I can get my hands on. Oh, my head hurts.
I find it amazing that rap music sometimes has to steal. So it sounded like they steal and borrow from rock and metal sometimes. What's up, Darius? How you doing, Darius?
To be completely fair, every genre, every artist, there's always those people that borrow from others because they don't have the inspiration themselves. You know, Tom Lehrer, right? Listen to a Slobachevsky song. Secret to success in the field of mathematics: plagiarize.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always those people.
Well, I can imagine some songs are very easy to write, or other songs take longer to write.
I can't write music notes. I can write lyrics easy. I can write many poems and songs in one day if I actually sit down and I'm inspired. But the physical side of it, no. And do forgive me if I'm a little giggly and weird right now. It's been that kind of a day.
Oh, you said Ed got his name, green name.
Yes,
from
Buffett boy.
His dad's influence. Yeah.
Yeah, I never had money for concerts. That was a pipe dream in my childhood.
Motorhead and Maiden. Iron Maiden, yes. Yeah, so did I in my early 20s. Yeah, now it seems like half a world away. And another time. And another time, yeah.
Some other time and some other place.
I came into my 20s in the early 90s. I know. And this year marks my 30th high school, 30 years from graduating from high school. I know. There's like a celebration going on, I think October 2nd, next weekend. I won't be there because I don't feel like making the journey up there. It's only a 2-hour drive, but
technically my high school, I don't know what to define it as. I didn't officially do a graduation ceremony until 2002, but I finished the actual diploma for high school stuff in 2001. Complicated, long story. So I guess you could say I'm floating around that 20 years. I should have been finished a lot sooner than that, but I kind of dropped out for 4 years. But that's a whole other story.
One of our graduating class, we had our anthem was what's his name? Oh shit! Can't touch this. Who sang that? God damn it! MC Hammer.
I was not answering that on the grounds I don't even want to qualify as knowing that. Ew.
Yeah. That man toured and he overpaid everybody and ended up being broke. Now he's doing commercials.
Yeah, and the overpay stuff. That I can be happy for. I just never liked anything he ever sang. I thought his music was annoying and stupid. So
yeah, well, just goes to show you, even industry people and rock stars or rap stars didn't know how to manage their money, and you know.
oh, so Parrothead's proving he knows who I was talking about. Parrothead, do you want to explain to him where that comes from?
Your first concert was a Foreigner, the Four album. Awesome. That must have been cool.
I never really got to do concerts and all that stuff. I never had money. And when I did get money, I needed it to take care of my family. The only concerts I got to do are ones where I actually worked on them or something.
Okay, what was that? First you get to... Wow, Parrothead.
Good boy, Parrothead! I am so proud of you for knowing that stuff. That is one of my obsessions with comedy music, was growing up with him. So Parrothead just proved himself worthy to me.
Oh, did he? You're worthy, Parrothead. You're worthy. Slayer? Ooh, that must have been something. Darius, what are you doing, man? Get up here.
And his best songs were things more like, should I go there? Should I go down dark? I mean, I love a smut song. That's obviously given from me. But
that is pretty kick-ass, Darius. Darius, you should join us. You should if you want to.
I mean,
but if you don't, okay.
How about Parrothead? Better songs of his, I still lean towards, like, We Will All Go Together When We Go, Irish Ballad, and National Brotherhood Week and stuff like that. Just because of how sick, twisted, and pushing people's boundaries they were. Yeah, I'm a bad girl.
I thought you were... Rumor has it you were a good girl. You were a good, sweet, innocent girl. As the first...
No, wait.
As the first line of information...
When I tell people that, I am referring to the fact that I was a good girl and waited to marriage. And I've told them that when they've asked for clarification.
Okay.
And that's the truth of why I say that and joke with it. But I don't know what people actually want from me at times. I have a twisted sense of humor, but I'm a very delicate soul also. I was never willing to do the pits, and I'm a headbanger. But anybody gets that close or bumps up against me, they're going to get beaten. That's too much of my past in that.
You told us for... Wait. I'm trying to find out. Dope out of Chicago? Heavy set. Shit. Saw them a few times. Cool. When rockets go up, Who cares? They say come down and they don't. Not it. The department says Warner Van Braun. Okay. I don't know about you sometimes, Karen.
I have no idea. I've been to a few heavy concerts, but I'm not going into a pit. I don't care. I will get arrested for homicide if I get that close to people. And I'm not even joking on that. Hell no.
Wookiee saw Metallica and Ozzy. They opened up for Ozzy Osbourne. Wow. Puppets? Oh yeah, Master of Puppets. That was some time ago. Archie Orange, 1991. Vincent Van Gogh, best damn show you ever saw. What's up, Mark the Infinitely Tired? Good to see you here. Wow. Mark, yeah, what other stuff are you listen to or do you like, man?
Come on, guys. I'm up here. I can't carry the second position. I'm pathetic right now.
No. It's okay. I'm a little bit distracted here. I'm multitasking, and I shouldn't let the other thing that's got me preoccupied here. You know. Bill. I sent you to Tom Lehrer's Copenhagen concert. What? Oh, there's Darius. What's up, Darius?
Hey, what's up, Bill?
Parrot Head, you know what? That you just sent him that. I'm listening to that while we talk.
Hey, Rosanna.
Good night, Parrothead.
Hi, Darius.
If you're going to sleep, good night.
Good night, Parrothead.
We'll see you around. Yeah. Go waste away in Margaritaville. Or eat a cheeseburger in paradise, whichever you prefer.
I'm going to say, there is no genre you can say there's not a single song I would listen to. And they're all love, but I'll listen to almost anything, and I love getting into weird, obscure, and comedy. So.
A lot of Canadian metal has comedy in it.
What? Really?
Yeah, are you familiar with Devin Townsend?
No, I've never heard.
He's from Strapping Young Lad. He's got a bunch of side projects and solo albums. And when I was in college radio, I heard one that he did called Ziltoid the Omniscient. It was about an alien who comes to Earth looking for the perfect cup of coffee. And as far as I know, he did everything on the album himself. You know, guitars, vocals. I think he did all the drums and a computer. But it's pretty comedic stuff. I find comedic metal is more common in Canada, at least in my observation. I don't know why.
Weird as fuck metal is most common. And I'm not talking going to the symphonic or something like that. Weird as fuck is worse than France.
France?
I can send you some bands. Holy fuck.
Like Gojira?
Bands where it's basically like you took twisted hipsters from before the hippies and combined them with like gothic Cirque du Soleil with metal.
Yeah,
I'm not
that
kidding.
sounds kind of avant-garde.
There's some weird metal in France. It's kind of interesting though in a weird way.
Yeah, France is, I don't know. I don't necessarily get everything that they do, but it's just outside my scope. Although their electronic music is pretty cool too. So.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff I think is stupid in France. I love the freaking Weird Al song "Genius" in France for a reason, but actually their metal is entertaining in its own twisted way.
Mm.
Hey, Stone Cold Jeremy.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Have I actually
Cheers.
been with you before?
No, this is the first time, Rosetta.
It's like I know we've talked a lot in chats and on Twitter for a long time, but I couldn't remember actually meeting you.
Yeah, it's the first time for me too.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
Hey, sorry I couldn't join you last night on Bruce's.
That was a cool stream last night on Bruce's channel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was interesting.
What was going on there? Let's check that one out.
Oh, it was talking about personal experience and politics, but he fit it together. His is kind of like stream of consciousness in a way, but I wouldn't call it random. You know, he just sort of you know how he gets in the zone when he's like painting his figures,
right?
Mm-hmm. And it's sort of like you reach a place of zen, where kind of like some of the Let's Players do, where they play a game and they don't talk about the game, but the game gets them in a mindset to talk about things they would normally think of.
Right.
That's what I think of. But yeah, that's kind of how I view Bruce's channel. It's kind of stream of consciousness. But yeah, last night he was talking about his hospital experience and you know, just political events of the recent past. And all right, I guess it's hard to encapsulate it all into like a sentence, but you can check it out later.
It was pretty wide. Drew was there too. That was pretty fun.
Yeah. And you know, they're talking about it's not Rock Talk, but they're talking about like January 6th. I don't think I even knew Drew yet because I'm still pretty new, and so I hadn't seen all of his uploads from that time. So I went back and checked it out. But yeah, it was good to see you on that show. I think that's the first time I've seen you, Jeremy.
Yeah. Well, it's the first time I've been on the stream, like, you know, on that length of time. And I was on Snowdub stream a couple months back when he did his butt chug gate thing, whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That must have been fun.
Yeah, I actually was on my lunch break during that stream. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to jump on here and speak my piece and, you know, go back to work.
That's what you got to do. You know?
Oh, yeah, you work long, late shifts, don't you?
Yes, 4P to 4A.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and a few years ago, I was on when Justin was still doing the Council of Jeremy's. I was on some of those panels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Very
back when
cool.
Google Hangouts was still a thing.
Google
I
Hangouts.
heard about that before they discontinued it. How many Jeremys did you get?
I honestly don't remember. I know it was at least 100 and some odd. So.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. Yeah, but not all at once. I mean, so.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there was this one girl, Caitlin, keeper of the Jeremys. You know, she actually, you know, had a list that she was keeping track of, and she would assign, you know, because back when Jeremy was still doing live streams like every other day, you know, it seemed like a new parody account popped up, and then she would just assign that person a number.
Oh, you know,
Jeremy Griggs?
I spend most of my time with, you know, Richard, aka Spartan, and Clone Commander.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he was a whole part of that JR army too. There's a couple parts of it actually.
No, Wookie said he saw it.
Yeah, I know. Pink Floyd and a whole bunch of other bands. Let's see back there.
Yeah, and Guar.
Guar?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's one I would have loved to see.
Yeah.
When Otis was still with us. ICP and Rammstein.
Oh,
Dude,
that's just cruel, son of a
Rammstein.
red shirt.
Rammstein is one of the top bands that I've always loved that I've not seen live. And they came to the U.S. Back in, I think, 2012. And somehow I didn't know about it until the night it was happening. And my friend was going.
Yeah, same here, Darius. Same here. I'm like Rammstein is like, I really, really want to see them, and it's like I didn't know until like the day of or the day after. And I was like, really? Oh my god!
Yeah, like because they got banned. I wasn't expecting them to tour because they got banned in America for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I didn't know that they were back. My friend's like, hey man, go to the Rammstein show. And I'm like, wait, what? Damn it. Yeah, because they like they've always got fire going. I think Till is actually a licensed pyrotechnician. Because he'll actually wear the mask that shoots fire and.
Hey, hello, Captain Deckard Spock. Good to see you here.
I see Jedi Bill trying to ignore what son of a red shirt said.
Cheap Trick tickets paid only $20. Wow. Show even harder. A headliner as an unknown. Wow. Wow, Mark.
Oh, I see. The Twilight Fantasy.
Yeah. I did
trying to poke the bear.
Yeah.
Let's see what did Low Spec say a minute ago. I saw Reverend Horton Heat open for White Zombie. That sounds like quite a show. Because Horton Heat, he's like psychobilly, isn't he?
I don't know.
Low Spec could tell us.
Good night, Mark. You get some rest, my friend. Yeah. We're singing for 4 hours on Rambling Canucks karaoke. So,
I just caught the tail end of that.
Yeah.
Dude, everyone was there.
Yeah. You know, Stone Loki keeps on saying he's going to show up and sing a song or two, but we have yet to have that happen. He's been on there a few times in the past. He sung some good John the Revelator, pretty good. That was something, a spectacle. Sonic Psychobilly. Is that a group, Mark? No, is there a group? Does anybody know?
Well, Psychobilly is a subgenre. It's like punk rockabilly.
Well, I know rockabilly, Stray Cats and all those others.
Right. Brian Setzer Orchestra.
Yeah.
And then classic rockabilly. But yeah, psychobilly. I had a friend who's also one of my professors, who was also one of the other radio DJs when I was in college. And he did a psychobilly show every week. And they have some really granular subgenres, like gothabilly. Apparently there's even technobilly, but it's not that great.
Huh.
See, I never really cared what genre something was defined as long as I enjoyed it. And by that I mean, there's of course the general genre tags, rock, metal, hop, all that. But especially when you start getting into all these subgenres, I started going, I don't really care. I'm not going to sit there and analyze which one it is. I'm just going to enjoy it.
Okay, Mark says Sonic Psychobilly is a subgenre. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of times that creatives don't really like genre, like genre tags, because I feel like it puts them in a box. But who really likes genres is the magazines, because they come up with a lot of the genre names, and they like it because it helps them to put things in a box, right, and to describe what they're talking about. So it's kind of like a push-pull thing, at least from my observation, where like, oh, this band is like this genre, and the band will be like, no, we're not. I mean, look at nu metal. If you ask every band from the nu metal era, not one of them was nu metal.
No.
You know what I mean? Every one of those bands would be like, oh, well, no, we just did what we did. We were not nu metal. But if you get on like Pandora or something, you look up nu metal, all those bands pop up because it's a useful tag for collating all those bands together.
I would really like to hear if anybody went to the Woodstock concert. Was it 93 or 94? I just want to hear, because I hear a lot of people hopped the fence or did something to get in.
I don't know. They so 94. I don't know. They did it in 94. I thought they did it in like 98 as a one-off.
I don't remember when it was. I just remembered.
Well, it looks like you're right.
Was it 94?
Let's see. There was one in 94 to commemorate the 25th anniversary of the original Woodstock Festival. 2 more days of peace and music. Let's see. Who played at that? Do you remember who played?
A whole bunch of bands. Metallica was one of them, I think.
I'm looking. North. So far, I don't recognize any of these bands except King's X, Sheryl Crow, Collective Soul, Candlebox, Violent Femmes.
Cheap Trick was your first concert in 95? Wow.
Oh, nice.
Or 85. 85, okay. I thought that said 95.
Oh, wow, Bill.
Yeah.
There was a rave stock stage, I guess, and Effects Twin was there.
Oh.
Kevin Saunderson.
Darius.
Orbital. What's up?
Private.
I've never really been to a big major music festival, but well, I guess I kind of did. We had our own local one here in Arizona. Put on the rock station.
You know what hip hop group always shows up at the rock shows?
Who?
Oh, I bet you can guess. It's
Wait,
Cypress Hill.
Oh yeah, Cypress Hill.
Have you noticed that they always show up at like rock and metal shows?
Yeah.
I'm literally trying to remember which concerts I saw first, but God, every concert I saw when I was young, it was things where we got tickets given to us, or they had offers for free seats, or we were working booths selling stuff or things, and I literally can't remember because I was not very old. Is that really weird, right?
Well, Wookiee Supremacy, really? Anthrax and Bon Jovi? Wow, that is awesome. That must have been a hell of a show, man. And I really, no, this goes back.
Wookiee, Slippery When Wet was my dad's traveling tape when I was a little kid. I never even realized until I got teenage that one of the songs starts with about 12 seconds of sexual moaning followed by "You mean that's it?" When my dad's listening to it around us when I'm like 3-4 years old, and I'm like, no, I just thought it was sound effects leading into it.
That's the best part. I always thought that was the best part. Even though
you just starts the song and you hear, you mean that's it? It's like, oh my God.
Captain Decker's Box says, I like both kinds of music, drum and bass.
Right.
Is that a reference to the Blues Brothers, where the bartender says, we got both kinds of music, country and Western.
Yeah.
Anthrax opened. That must have been the hell of it, man. And I hope I can find somebody who remembers back in the 80s. Metallica put on this huge rock festival type show. I forget what it was for, but they called it Monsters of Rock, and like It was Metallica, Van Halen, Scorpions.
Oh, I love Scorpions.
The list goes on and on. It was like all the 80s hair bands were there, and I wanted to talk to somebody who went to that show because I always wanted to go to that show.
Mhm.
I think MTV broadcasted a little bit of it on there, but my memory scattered about Public Enemy was their first great were live back in '87. Wow.
Oh, wow. I was busy coming out of my mom in '87.
Wow, you might want to reword that.
So, Son of a Red Shirt asked what our first real concerts were without adult supervision. So I think I mentioned it in the chat before he came in. My first real concert was Mushroomhead and Dope at Harpo's in Detroit. And I found the date, July 29th, 2005. I was fresh out of high school. And I climbed up on the stage and did a backward dive. And luckily, I did not crack my head open. But that was my introduction to the mosh pit.
Yeah,
And,
my first concert was Motley Crue.
Oh,
I saw them when I was in high school. Because
Oh,
I grew up in
nice.
the 70s and 80s, back when,
Yeah.
glam rock and hair rock, the 80s.
Hell yeah.
They were all big
Hell yeah.
back then. So
Hell yeah.
I didn't see them until their final, not their final tour, but their first final tour. I think it was down at Joe Louis Arena in 2015. And of all openers, they had Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper's not an opener, but he opened for them.
Wow. Wow, that's something. That must have been something.
Yeah. Oh, and I just heard today that Alice Cooper is in town nearby. He's in Westland because I guess he's been renovating Eloise, which is the old abandoned insane asylum that the kids always break into.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah. And I broke into on a date once, but he's turning it into a haunted house.
Oh, for October. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Like, why am I just now hearing about it?
Well, probably because it's October and that's that time of year is where like every weekend until the end of October, it's going to be a haunted house. And yeah.
Yeah, but I live here. I'm just surprised that like nobody I know has told me about it until today.
Well, sometimes you hear things a little bit late, but just in time.
Yeah, I spend more time on YouTube than watching the news.
Well, who watches the news these days? I don't know.
I've never watched the news.
I have Twitter, I have Facebook, any social media, really, But first concert without supervision, it was probably like, I think, Poison and, I remember getting concert tickets and I had to ask for directions how to get there. It was Poison, Pantera, and some other group I can't remember.
At
Some
the
other
same show?
big group. Yeah, at the same show.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
was it early Pantera? The era that they pretend never happened. Jeremy knows what I'm talking about.
It was right after. It was the album that came after Cowboys from Hell, Vulgar Display of Power.
Okay.
I think that was the tour that they were doing. But it was awesome, and it was my first introduction to a mosh pit. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know what one was. I didn't know what a mosh pit was. So, like, people were punching each other, getting knocked down. It was like,
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if I want to get into that, but damn, I enjoyed
Again,
music.
I
would not
loved
pay
it.
me to, somebody would die.
And I'm not even a big guy. I was probably like, 130 to 140 pounds when I was 18, and dude, I could not get enough of it.
No,
There'd be big,
I mean,
big, huge,
let's be-
muscular guys.
let's be fair with that. I'm extremely introverted when it comes to crowds anyways. Before I got trampled, and yeah, being trampled as a kid doesn't make that easier.
Oh no. Well,
So no, I don't do mosh pits. I don't do mosh pits. I would go psycho.
I saw a girl. She was coming up to the mosh pit, And this big dude just looked her in the eyes and shook his head as if to say, no, you don't really want this. And she just got a big smile and nodded as if to say, oh, sure I do. And the dude picked her up and he threw her across the crowd. And I didn't see her again after that. So I hope she was okay.
So, don't go through me. Notice you're sporting an Eddie avatar. Have you ever seen Iron Maiden in concert?
Unfortunately, I have not seen Iron Maiden, but they are one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
And so, since you were, doing a rock talk, I figured I'd switch my icon to something more appropriate.
Yeah, I like it. Dig it, man.
I saw them in 2014, I think, up at Pine Knob. But they were only playing new stuff. They didn't play any old stuff on that tour.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, band like that, they have such a huge catalog.
I think it was like Book of Souls.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, but one of my friends that went with me, he gave me a hit off his J, and my sensitivity is so high that I got so high that for years I couldn't remember if I actually went to the show or if I just like dreamed that I went to the show. But until I looked it up, I'm like, oh yeah, no, because I remember details like I wasn't sure if it was awesome or lame that they weren't playing anything from Number of the Beast, or Power Slave, or was it Somewhere in Time?
Somewhere in Time.
Yeah.
Peace of Mind.
Yeah, and the opener was Dream Theater.
Dream Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look! You saw Maiden for the Seventh Son. Oh,
nice. Yeah. Oh, that's a great album too.
Yeah. And I hear this new album, Senjutsu, is pretty damn good.
Yeah, you've listened to it, right?
I haven't. I'm just gonna hunt it down somehow or order it up and get it so I can hear it. I don't think I will be on vinyl right away because
they do have some tracks on YouTube. They might have all of them, but I can understand if you want to, preserve your album virginity until you hear it on vinyl.
Yeah. Well, with vinyl, it's a little bit, I think most vinyls are going for $25 to $35.
That's not bad, considering how much is in it, all that artwork, Master was showing off.
Well, yeah, the Senjutsu album, worth the vinyl, yeah, for sure.
And the record has that beautiful, deep red color.
Yeah, right. Anyone play Iron Maiden mobile game? Legacy of the Beast. There's a mobile game? Damn.
There is. I've seen it. I've looked into it. I really haven't gotten into it. I kind of want to because it looks really cool.
I bet. Check that out. Let's see. Scorpions is another one I always wanted to see. Well, because all these bands they're older now, but just to see them for one night would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I always dig the smaller venues.
Ornery, damn it! Get the hell out of here, cat.
Buck Cherry was the last small venue I saw. They were pretty good.
Oh yeah, big bands and small venues.
That's perfect.
For a sec.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Well, louder, that's for sure. No really room for mosh, but they'll still mosh. There's something going.
Has anybody here seen Nickelback, the most explosive show on the planet? I remember
I have
hearing that.
not seen Nickelback.
I remember hearing that out on the radio when we were on our way to Ozfest in 2006.
I think I might have seen them with Metallica.
Metallica did shows with Nickelback?
I think so. I don't know. I think I saw. I think I saw. I've seen Metallica in concert like 6 times.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I've seen Metallica once in concert. I mean, it was a good show. Not that I wouldn't want to see him again, but it was. I saw them after they came out with their Black album, and
wow!
it was when I was still in the Army, and I saw them in Charlotte, South Carolina.
How did people react to the Black album when it came out?
It was a lot of people liked it, and there were some people who didn't like it because I guess for some of the quote unquote purists, they had become too mainstream.
Right. Nice one.
Right.
I remember I would fell in love with the album, right away. There wasn't anything I didn't like about it,
And wasn't that the same time they cut their hair?
Well, a lot of bands were doing it back then. Where like the hair bands had no hair or shorter hair,
Was that after grunge came out?
It was after grunge came out, but when I saw them, they still had their long hair.
Okay.
This was, I want to say 92 or 93. Not entirely sure.
No, when I first heard Metallica, and I immediately fell in love with it. I was in high school, and there's a 10 p.m. show on the Riff called Mandatory Metallica with Meltdown. And he'd play 2 Metallica songs, and it would usually be like something new and something old. So I was really impressed with just the diversity of their musical styles, but I didn't know yet that it was from different eras and that there were, like old school thrash purists who were not fans of, Load, Reload, some of them even the Black Album. But like the first song I heard was Enter Sandman. And this was in the middle of the nu metal era. And so it sounded way better than anything else that I was hearing on the radio.
Yeah.
And none of my friends knew about like Iron Maiden or Judas Priest. Not yet, anyway.
I first, Metallica was one of those bands I found later. It must have been Master of Puppets album.
Nice.
Well, just after that, maybe a little later than that, but I found them later, and then I, because I ignored them in their first early years, and then I found them much later, and it's like I missed out.
Look, their complexity increased over their first 4 albums, right?
Right. Yeah, it did.
And then we lost Cliff. R.I.P.
Yeah.
That was messed up too. Like the whole bus fell on him. Yeah. That was.
I don't remember that. But,
yeah.
Did you see AC/DC?
No, I've not.
That's one band I would love to see in concert.
Yeah, same here. AC/DC is one of my favorites.
Yeah, Kill 'Em All was 1983. Yeah, I must have found them late in the 80s before, Nice one. Hmm.
Yeah, they had
Hey,
Kill 'Em All, then Ride the Lightning,
yeah, Ride the
and then
Lightning,
Master.
Puppets, and Justice for All.
Yep.
Mhm.
I think I found Justice for All. Then I went back and I heard all their albums, and it's like, damn, I've been missing out on all this time. And which was really weird because living in Salt Lake City, all the kids there were hysterical over Metallica back in Ride the Lightning tour and everything. Remember that?
Oh, hell, that good time.
This was in the 5th and 6th grade, back then.
Wiki says Kill 'Em All was 1980. I thought it was earlier than 83 because I thought Kill 'Em All came out in 80 and then Ride the Lightning in 82, Master of
Yeah.
Puppets in 84, 85, and Justice for All in 87.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I guess I could just look it up.
That's around 86, 87 was when I really became mainstream into a lot of bigger hair bands like harder metal, bands,
Do you consider Metallica a hair band?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that and metal, yeah. Okay.
Poison, Rat, they're hair bands.
Yeah, that's what I think of as hair metal.
Yeah, I don't think of Metallica as a hair band.
Okay.
Brittany Fox, that's a hair band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Or as Wikipedia calls it, glam metal.
Yes. Well, see that now people are starting to split hairs. Like glam metal, that's that we're getting into the sub genre type thing, and it's just like
Wookie's getting upset.
What the hell? What do you mean, Wookie?
I believe he's saying no, Metallica's not a hair band.
Okay. All right. Put me in my place.
I know what you mean, though. They had super long hair, but they didn't. It wasn't full of product.
Right. It wasn't their selling point, like Poison was.
Maybe I need to look up the definition of what a hairband is and what I classify as a hairband. Like that.
Well, yeah, I know you mean. Even look at like Cannibal Corpse. They all have long hair, and they're always like headbanging.
Yeah,
and their long hair does a windmill. But is that a hairband? I would say no.
Hey, just another red shirt. Good to see you here.
Oh, that was just another red shirt.
What's up, just another red shirt?
Yeah, you guys ever hear Hair Nation on Sirius XM?
Yes.
Hair Nation.
When I had Sirius.
I actually like Sirius. That was a pretty good service because you got like Hair Nation, Ozzy's Boneyard.
Oh yeah, I had XM, but then they joined forces. Back in 2000? It was around probably 2005. It was 2005, 2006.
Oh yeah, Liquid Metal. That was the heaviest one. Yeah, they'd play. Of all the metal stations on Sirius, Liquid Metal was the heaviest. Let's see. Yeah, Pantera, Slayer, Metallica, Lamb of God. I hear death metal on there regularly.
Yeah. I was big in. I love Cinderella. Some of my favorite bands: Cinderella, Def Leppard, Van Halen. All really. I mean, the list goes on, but even Rat, Doug Rat.
Yeah, dude, Rat's great.
Who didn't like Rat?
Wookie said the LD Festival hairband is Motley Crue, no exceptions. Not even for Rat.
What about the Bullet Boys, Wookie?
Bullet Boys.
Bullet Boys.
Rush is heavy metal.
Yes, but see, Wookie, we don't have to care what you think either. So there's that.
Savage.
Just saying.
I don't know, Richard. You want to come talk rock music with us, man? That's what Shout at the Devil. See, that's another band I've never gotten to see in live. Is Motley Crue. I've always wanted to.
Well, maybe they'll do another final tour.
Yeah, another.
Another.
There's a part of me that just rolls my eyes every time that somebody says final tour, because 90% of the time it's not.
Right.
Because they all say that, and then a few years later, hey, look, we're broke again. Hey, let's do another final tour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember
already
listening
did
to
the second one.
Yeah, I was listening to Six Sense. Nikki Sixx has a show, and he says, "Yeah, we're doing this last tour. It's not going to be any more, blah blah blah." And then, lo and behold, they're doing another tour. So,
wait, Metal Church died this year. Why did Metal Church die this year?
Yeah, explain that, Edge of Time.
Yeah,
because I like Metal Church. I didn't hear about this.
And Son of Richard says Rush transcends all reason, time, and space, influence into the infinite, and even true love does answer your question.
Yeah, I would also consider Rush to be like progressive hard rock.
Shut up, Cat.
You think Ozzy is finally done and going to seek? Oh no!
He's gonna.
Well, Ozzy's old.
Me up when he goes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's weird how you can't understand him when he talks, but when he sings,
right?
Who can explain that? Who can explain that?
I don't know. I've seen a lot of bands though that from other countries that English is their second language that have that thing where they only learn it because of that. But for him, it's I think it's more because he puts more focus into when he's singing, so the issues and speech issues aren't going to hit as bad. Whereas if you're just talking, you just talk, What do you want, Cat?
It's funny you say that, Rosetta. I remember I was really into Nightwish in high school, and when I went back to listen to their early albums, their English was not very good.
Her English still
so
isn't good.
thick.
If you listen to Taria's solo stuff, she's a great musician, but her English has never been good. Oh God, her English is not good.
Yeah.
And I freaking love her stuff, but her English is not good.
I saw them, I think, in 2008, right after she left the band, and they had Annette. Yeah. I mean, it's still cool. But definitely different, quality to her voice.
The fact that she did her version of Supremacy only a few years ago when she's in her 40s and she hit fucking notes that would be hard for a 20-year-old opera singer to hit in that live version.
55.
That live one has insane fucking notes.
I just watched some clip where John Fogerty said that he lives for rips. Yeah. He lives for rips on guitars. He was talking about one of the albums that he came up with. I forget. I was on YouTube. I caught just a clip and I was like, I said, okay, I'll save it for later. I need to. This is something I need to look at.
He said he does what on guitar?
He loves to lives for the riffs, coming up with them, hearing new ones.
Yeah. Well, Tony Iommi did that too. He was such a riff powerhouse that he would come up with riffs and just sell them to other musicians. So you could, if you're a guitarist and you wanted one of his, you could just buy one of his riffs. He had all these demo tapes of riffs that he wasn't going to use on an album or on a song. You could just, maybe that's how doom metal started. Bands just buying his old riffs.
What's up, Eric Sonder? Good to see you. Jordan
Because
Powell.
doom metal, a lot of it sounds very, very Sabbath. Oh yeah, and Rosetta, that Nightwish show I went to, that was also at Harpo's. I've had a lot of good shows down at Harpo's, even though it's kind of like in a bad neighborhood. And
So, where
I
does
haven't gone to many things. I don't like going out around people, and concerts when you're strobe sensitive really sucks anyways, because you're basically blindfolded and have somebody else help you do things. So
where
probably wouldn't want to go there.
I've done a few, but it's not a common thing for me because there's just too much work for it, you know.
Welcome, just another red shirt.
Hey, welcome.
Hey, Jedi Bill, and
Hey.
hello, Darius, Eagle Rider, and Stone Cold Jeremy.
What's up? Just another red shirt.
Hello.
So
Talking music.
yes, rock. Where do you think metal? Where did metal start from? Did it start with Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin, or are they metal bands? What?
I think they. I don't know whether they were metal bands. They were hard rock for their day. And metal does a lot of dissonance and a lot of screaming in the vocals.
Right.
Dan Vast does that. So I would say, Aerosmith approached it. Aerosmith came close to it. I don't know that they made it there, and I don't know that anybody would say Aerosmith was metal. That's it's almost like proto metal, and I'm not an expert on metal. I'm not. I loved rock, but metal, when it really went into the screaming vocals, the pounding chords, it didn't carry me with it. So I would say those bands were hard rock. Whether they were legitimately metal, I don't know. Probably not, because I liked them, most of it. And I never really got into metal. So yeah, the Black Sabbath probably was. I would say that probably was.
Why do we have somebody up here saying he never got into metal? This just feels wrong to me.
Well, you're talking rock and wait a minute. You're talking rock and roll. That's not just metal.
Yeah,
I know.
Seriously.
Crap. No, I love the metal and the rowdy, but I do like the more
70s
classic rocks. I do like some of the softer types of rock. I do really like when they do the fusions of like rock and jazz and stuff like that. So I mean, it's not all one thing.
What do you call AC/DC?
Good.
Yeah, so do I.
I call it hard rock
I don't
and
really
heavy metal.
usually worry that much about what label people have or analyzing it. If it's good, and I kind of view rock and metal as pretty universal overall, with a few exceptions to some that are very obvious when style differences, like operatic and speed versus the rest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I consider
And
AC/DC
I'm
hard
with
rock.
you. I'm with you. If I think it's good, I'll listen to it and keep listening to it. If I don't like it, and I've tended to find that people describe the branch of rock that they say is metal, and it's usually beyond my willingness to put up with. I mean, I don't like Bruce Springsteen for the same reason. The man doesn't sing; he screams, he yells.
Well, he's also a douchebag, but
yes, he is. But I mean, and I
don't
have
like
to
him.
admit,
Period. I don't like his music, and I don't like his fucking mouth.
Wait.
Sorry.
right?
What am I hearing? Why is he a douchebag? What's wrong with the
Have you actually listened to half the shit he actually says about people and about Americans? Yeah, he's a fucking piece of shit.
Whoa, hot take.
Yeah, I agree with Rosetta.
I tend to as well, and I'm from New Jersey. I couldn't stand his ass before I even left.
Let's put it this way. I'm calling him that, and I have a major weakness for Jersey boy musicians overall. And I'm still saying this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What's up, Bruce Lombardo? Good to see you here.
What's up, Bruce?
Hey, Bruce.
I'll be right back.
It was more probably Deep Purple than Aerosmith and Black Sabbath.
I love Deep Purple.
I think I may have shocked the hell out of Bill tonight.
It's okay. It's okay.
Especially since I've told Bill before that I have a thing for Jersey Boy musicians, and then I start swearing
I'm not
on
an expert on
Bruce
everything. I
Springsteen
just
and
enjoy the
Dukes and stuff,
music, man.
I think Bill's just like, what the hell? Wait a minute.
Well, it's the first time I'm hearing it. Okay.
I love Deep Purple.
I believe the simple things, yeah.
I like things like what Operatica, now Operatica Element, because there are too many bands with names similar. So they decided to change theirs, but where you infuse different eras. And I'll give an example of that. Their style is also kind of cross between speed and symphonic and operatic. And one of the things they did was shorten the entire song 23 in A minor into 2 minutes of speed metal. Classical music done accurately at high speed in guitar. It's fucking badass. Because you also listen to that and you can't help but understand how classically trained and how educated they have to be to do that. It's not just speed metal where they're repeating the same thing over and over while they sing. It's creative.
Oh, I know. I heard about that Edge of Time. Well,
yeah,
these bands are, they've been around since the 70s, and you get older, 50s and 60s. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Metallica's almost in their 60s, close to it. So.
And earlier, Edge of Time said, R.I.P. Dio. Yeah, I was glad I got to see Dio shortly before he died, and with Black Sabbath in the Heaven and Hell lineup at the Metal Masters tour. That was probably one of the biggest shows I went to, next to Ozfest 06. And it had Motorhead, Heaven and Hell, and Judas Priest was the final act. Oh, and Testament was there.
Testament? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Testament.
Have you heard their cover of Power Slave?
Power Slave. I think I have.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And Wookie says, don't forget Steve Vai. Yeah, wasn't Steve Vai originally a guitarist for Frank Zappa?
He was isn't that the guy who played with Joe? No. What's that say? Jovi? Bon Jovi? No. Who am I thinking of? I'm goodness. It rings a bell.
What did you all think of Boston's first album?
What was the name? What was the title?
The album's name was Boston.
Boston, okay.
It had More Than a Feeling, Long Time.
Oh yeah, that's. I grew up on that. Yes, I
don't know. So that's one of the ones I never got into. They weren't bad in my opinion. They just really didn't connect to me,
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I get that. I mean, that's my issue with a lot of rock music that I'm not a fan of, because I just didn't, I listen to it and I go, nah, I'm not getting anything out of this. I was in high school. I was in high school when Boston's first album came out. I was like, holy shit. That was amazing. So, that was an album that grabbed me. I went out and bought the vinyl. I still have it in a box somewhere.
No, I mean, music is a very personal thing. It really is. And part of what it is with me is I will hear almost any style and genre. If I find one in it that speaks to me, especially, I am big on lyrics because I really love things that talk about psychology, sociology, human experiences, emotion, history, stuff like that. And when you get into, especially the some of the classic rock scene in like the 60s and 70s, and then a lot of the symphonic rock and metal now, you've got a lot of people who are really heavily into mythology, history, psychology, and this stuff, and retelling folklore and stuff like that. And that's the stuff I am fucking obsessed with, because I am all about that learning about the experience. And so I can get into almost any band from almost any genre if they have a song that really is deep and psychological and really deals with the stuff in an intellectual way. And yes, Tool is a given that everybody's got to love a bit of Tool, right? Or damn near. But I mean, that's one of the things that I love. And that's why I love bands that do things like what I talked about with Dark Sarah doing, where they take multiple albums and they tell this complex fairy tale that they wrote through the albums, bit by bit through it by song. I like stuff like that because I find the intellectualism in it.
Yeah.
That's my boy, Bill. I'm a nerd, and I like my music to reflect the nerd side of me. Just like if they deal with the emotional issues and stuff like that, or things like that, I want them to have a psychological viewpoint on it. I want them to have intellectualism, debates on what it means in society and stuff like that in it. I want the intellectualism. And Bruce is also right on that. Another good one.
So,
but that's what it is. I love that. I'm pretty much sure that that's where I will always be obsessed.
Very cool, yeah. See, I that's another band I got into late, and I was normally introducing music to my younger brother. This is the first time my younger brother introduced me to some cool rock music. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people rock live with its AC/DC. Of course. Most of it back. Well, you know,
actually,
there
in
are
their
several.
era, they were the people that would be considered the rock stars today. They were the troublemakers. They were the rowdy and hellions. They were the ones who got in trouble in society.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of the stuff that it's in it. It's in there somewhere. The riffs, you know.
They were the ones who got.
Good section. I like that. I like that assessment. Edge of time.
They were the ones who got in trouble in society, and then punk rock came along and said, "Hold my beer."
And then they spilled it on their own heads while they were drunk in an alley. I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or poured it over somebody else. Yeah. They were nuts.
and look, I like some of the punk rock stuff, although I'm not as big on it. There's still some good ones, but
like Iggy Pop and the Sex Pistols.
I think that said it all right there.
Okay.
There wasn't a disgust noise. It was just a whatever sound. Like, I guess they existed. Like, right? I have very weird eclectic taste. I'll be honest. Most of the stuff I listen to, almost nobody's heard of. Okay? So I'm weird anyways.
Iggy Pop going to your hometown. That's pretty cool. And Eric loves punk rock. Who doesn't? Yeah.
I will be honest, son of a red shirt. I like Ramones more than Iggy Pop. That's my taste.
So, just another red shirt. What were some of your earliest influences into rock?
Into rock?
and like
that would be bands like the Beatles, the Stones, the Grassroots, what nobody's ever heard of. They were a band in the late '60s, early '70s that just disappeared. Then got into ELO, George Harrison. After he left the Beatles, been a huge George Harrison fan for years and years and years. And then started to listen to harder stuff. I mean, discovered Alice Cooper in high school, Boston in high school, and started, Squeeze, a couple of other bands later. So I've gone through early rock. I mean, I started out as a 7-year-old buying my first album, and listening to one sort or another of rock music, top 40 stuff, and weird shit that nobody had heard of even back then, because it never made the chart. So I've been all over the place, and I just pick and choose.
One moment, if I can interrupt. Ian, get your ass up here. I need to talk to you. Lazy bastard. I mean, sorry. I didn't do that. I didn't yell at my friend from on stage.
Well, we agree on that, Darius, for sure. George is my favorite Beatle, too. He's great.
I don't know. Oh, God, let me think here. I'm trying to remember a name of somebody. There are a lot of very strange. Oh, God. Oh, God. I mean, I have two thoughts on that. One is, don't remind me how old we're all getting. The other is the more dark thought, which is, well, considering the way they lived,
You want to know how eclectic my music tastes were back then, Bill? I'm probably the only person in the New York metropolitan area from that era that liked the Ramones and Billy Joel at the same time.
The podcast of the Ian Slater, the link's in the chat if you want to join. I just put it out there. What were some of the earliest albums? Were they vinyl? Were they 8-track? Were they reel to reel? I want to know. Man.
Who are you asking?
You red shirt. Sorry.
Oh, vinyl. No, vinyl.
Vinyl. Awesome.
Vinyl. Then I had a couple of 8-tracks, but I thought that was a stupid format. I went back to buying records. I bought vinyl for years. I have a box somewhere. I don't know where it is. They're all probably worn the hell out. I'd have to buy all new records if I wanted to go back to listening to vinyl.
Yeah, unfortunately, I had a pretty good vinyl collection until we had a house fire, and I lost some really good stuff. I had one of Elvis's records. It was a blue pressed record, so it was like, oh.
But yeah, it was vinyl all the way for years and years and years. I went from vinyl to CDs.
CDs, yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple of 8-tracks and they were ridiculous. I know why 8-tracks disappeared. They were stupid.
I was just gonna say the son of a red shirt. I think in Keith Richards' case, he's done so many drugs, he's actually preserved his body.
Either that or he's a Highlander, and every time a rock god dies, he experiences the quickening.
Yeah, him and Betty White will be the last two.
What's your question, Low Spec Limix Laptop? What do you have? What do you have for us? Okay. Because you know all these great rock bands that we've been talking about was always influenced by somebody else. Hello, Bruce.
Yep. Hey everybody, how's it going?
That's how music
Good.
goes. That's how all creative things go. We all, as artists of any form, take creativity and inspiration from other artists. That's what art is.
Yes.
We can agree with that. Back on can we talk about heavy metal for a second?
Yeah.
Hell yes! I mean,
Well, I mean,
Please
I'm
do.
not against rock. I'm not against rock at all. I think rock is an important part of the entire growth of heavy metal. But you have to also look at the fact that once you start having bands like Deep Purple come out, and they started coming out with a real distinctive, very thick sound, and then you have bands like the Rolling Stones hearing this shit, and their entire sound changed once they fell out of favor. Their harder stuff is hard. I don't know if you guys have listened to the old Stone stuff from the mid '70s or later, but
Oh hell yeah. Oh yeah. I don't never get tired of that. I listen to it.
they did so much different stuff than what they originally started off at. It doesn't even sound like their '60s or late '60s stuff at all. They evolved as a band, and everybody kind of abandoned them. But I look at metal and the evolution of it, because you have Deep Purple, Sabbath, Zeppelin come out, and they were taking it in a new direction. Zeppelin never really got heavy until, I mean, their live shows were heavy, but their studio music wasn't that heavy. I don't think.
I feel so guilty right now.
What?
I read Edge's comment that I instantly thought of a really bad joke about somebody that I actually know in the community, and then I had to bite my tongue and hold my mouth shut. I feel so guilty right now.
I haven't seen it yet, but no, and then once we had Neil, is it Neil Hart? Who's the guy? Keep on Rocking in Free World. Neil
Young?
Yes.
Neil Young.
Neil Young gets out there and he revolutionizes, I think, the entire live sound. He really does, because like other bands try to not have their guitars have feedback. Neil Young's live shows were all about feedback. They really were. I mean, you would go to a show, and if you didn't have the proper amount of hearing protection, you were worse off than if you'd seen Kiss live. And Kiss was really loud, but you kind of expected that. Neil was just amazing with the guitar, but he turned feedback into its own thing. And even one of his live albums, he had 2 albums of live music and a third album included, or a third CD included, where it was just feedback. 30 minutes of feedback. Okay? And I think it was really him on the live set and the live stuff that really took a lot of bands in a new direction, because they heard the distortion and they're like, we've got to work with this. And then you have all the black metal guys in the UK and Northern Europe starting their stuff in the late 70s.
Right.
And once that hit, that's where I think heavy metal just segments. And so you have to almost like start compartmentalizing which version of heavy metal are we talking about? Are we talking about the Brit invasion of the late 70s? Are we going to talk about speed metal? Are we going to talk about thrash metal? Are we going to talk about glam metal of the mid to late 80s? Are we going to talk about grunge? And you have to really start segmenting it, because you have gone off into the set of tangents that are going out like the spokes off a bicycle.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll shut up now.
No, I couldn't understand when they had to call it goes from metal to alternative rock, and it's like, why? It seems all the same, Hey, the real Slater.
Hey,
how's it going?
I'm a little mad on one thing, but I'm going to start off with this because I do have the vinyl. Because tomorrow's just begun, my friends, together. together. With strange comments and my friends, all eyes on me, the never keep on rolling.
Oh, nice.
Keep on rolling.
Hell yes.
Hell yeah.
That one got a hell yes from me.
Somebody loves some vinyl.
Fleetwood Mac. Yeah.
He's getting very fuzzy.
So yeah.
Awesome, man.
You're getting fuzzier and fuzzier. There you go.
Yeah,
Now it's
There
starting to
we
focus a
go.
little bit.
Right on.
You're scrolling through them so fast the camera was getting confused.
Right. Oh.
I also have this, which is from.
Which one is that? Who's that?
This is actually a, and I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry, folks. I'm gonna have to talk low because we're still fixing up the walls here in this new apartment. If I've spoken to a lot of people, if people don't realize I'm out of New York right now. I'm actually in North Carolina. I have actually moved, so I'm still trying to figure out my new apartment as we're being the new setup. But okay, let's go with this. The First Family album. So I'm reading the back of it right now. This was done in the USA, in New York. This was done, I believe, 1 or 2 years prior to what happened. Now, the spoof album was done because of the First Family. Now, what they were planning on doing, the history of this was, I believe this was 1961. Where they did the spoof album, and when Obama came in, they actually did a First Family TV show. It didn't work out, but they tried to do a second album in '63. But while they were actually doing the album, something kind of happened, and they couldn't do it.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is actually kind of a relic. But yeah, there's like plenty. So I got this.
Which one is that? The River, Springsteen.
The River. Yep.
Tina.
Woohoo!
Let's see.
The Righteous Brothers. Nice. That's good album. Good album.
You never close your eyes
Yeah.
anymore when I kiss your lips.
We all know that thing from the Top Gun movie. Yeah. Julio Iglesias.
Oh, come on. The Top Gun just appropriated that. They did it. They made it famous first.
I know they did, right? Right on.
I sang the high part of that song in college, damn it.
Ray Charles. Oh gosh.
Quit showing off, you little brat.
Hey, no, it's okay. I'm digging the vibe, man. I'm digging it, man.
I'm giving him shit. I always give you shit, don't I, darling?
Oh, of course. Oh, wait. Well, this is a couple. I'm going to do 4 more, and then we'll go back to the conversation. I don't want to hog the stream.
Oh, okay.
But I have this because this is a part. This is like my 1980s right here. Suddenly,
Billy Ocean. Right on.
Life has no meaning to me. There's beauty up above.
Or his name forever.
Wake up.
Kenny Rogers, the Gambler. Yes.
Yes.
And the last 2 I will do. 1 and 2 because I have to go respect. 3. Okay, last 3. Promise. This is my missus, but we actually enjoy the same thing.
Oh, Simon Garfunkel. Nice.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
I had to steal this back from my ex.
Who's that?
Andy Gibb.
Okay, I'm not familiar.
DG's younger brother. And then the last one. And it's in plastic.
You are a strange little man, by the way.
Hey, but you got a wide taste, though. That's great.
Makes for good conversation at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Ian, how much are you, my boy?
Hey,
I'm sorry?
I like almost all of
No.
those.
How much are you, my boy, Ian?
All the way.
There you go.
Well,
All my teasing him is just because that's how we are.
well, I better be. You were one of the 3-4 people that sired me, so I better be. Like literally, if it was a vampire situation, you sired me, so I'm that new vampire.
You're my slave. Get to it, bitch. I mean,
I don't think singing will
Really, you want to say that while I'm in the
copyright
South?
here, Eric. I think the algorithm looks more for the actual music.
singing will only if you actually do enough of it, or you hit a very specific note that triggers the high end stuff that's good. It's not easy to trigger it as acapella.
Yeah, even if it triggers for music, it will just be a claim. And I get those by the dozens here. So
I was going to say I actually did get several claims when I was doing the acapella where they actually did claim I was the person, not me. And it's like that's odd because they literally were claiming that I was actually playing their performance. It's like no, I wasn't.
What's up, Ian?
Hello, sir. Hello, folks. Hello. I am Ian Slater. I'm here with a bunch of vinyls, and I'm going to try to be quiet as possible because
what's
again,
up?
I don't know what the hell my house is because I don't want to wake up the neighbors. Like literally, I live. This is where right now where I live is I'm surrounded by military personnel, which is actually kind of cool. I feel safe. Cool. But also I have aviators, fellow truck drivers, what have you. So I got to be very careful. And of course, my missus too, because she's a teacher. So, we got to educate you on the right way. So I'm trying to be very careful on how my volumes are versus what I was before.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But yeah, honestly, like being in North Carolina, it's been almost a month now. It's been very interesting. I haven't been called anything bad, and I got a gift. Well, no, I'm not going to show that because honestly, that could kill your stream too. Let's just say there was a certain flag in a certain area of the United States area that was from the 1860s during a certain time, during a certain conflict that has the St. Andrew's cross on the front, and that was given to me as a gift on my birthday on the 8th of July, and because I wanted it, and I have it now.
Yeah!
Nice.
How are you doing, Onzo? Good to see you at Biggerford Entertainment.
What's up, Anzo?
Glad you dropped by.
Also, I have a new friend with me who is going to be appearing pretty soon in a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah? Very cool.
Yeah.
What?
Yo, this is my debut. Yo, soy boricua money. Oye, I'm telling you right now. Listen, yo, hey, can I talk? Yeah, you can talk. You're not even a ventriloquist. I'm not a ventriloquist. I'm a voice actor. But still, you gotta work on your shit, yo. Okay, I will, but you look like a crazy person. Well, I am a crazy person. Well, don't tell the people that. They don't need to know that shit. Shit.
I've known that for years. Fucking hell. I mean, sorry.
Yo, Rosetta, mira, listen, don't tell them that because then you get away. I don't have a life. Listen, bring me back up, all right? Wait, Jedi, bring me back up full screen, all right?
Yep.
Okay, listen. Yo soy boricua money. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm from the city, yo. I'm making my debut here, right here. I might be doing some videos, some Twitter stuff right now. But seriously, like, listen, I'm just trying to help this guy right here because he's a punk ass bitch. No, I'm kidding, y'all. I'm kidding. I love this guy. No, he's really a punk ass bitch.
I agree.
Yo, Rosetta, you and me, we cool because we agree about this Ian over here. I created you. Yeah, you created me, but you can't jokes. Seriously, why are you talking to yourself? That's actually a very good. Yeah, that's what I said. Anyway, let me introduce myself. In any case, so I'll be coming soon. I'll see you all later. Yo, Rosetta, I love you. You mama, yeah, Jedi, everybody. Yo, Bori, Waoni, Baba. Hey, yo, I got Tim Sue. There you go. Deuces.
He says, we'll get some premises. You can come to the next week for the co-host
You
position.
just need to get a camera angle so you're not on camera with the bunny while he's doing his stuff, and it'd be perfect.
Yo, I be stuffing kitty cats, and I have like 200 kids. I'm only 5 years old. Bunny years. That's like 79 and stuff and shit. But I
Hey, if you're still humping, it don't matter how old you are.
Hey, what does it say? We bang like us, so it is what it is. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Yo, you want them carrots? Yo, I got the cabbage, son. Wait, hold on 1 second. I gotta make a deal. Yo, I got that cabbage. Yeah, I got. Don't embarrass me on freaking YouTube. I'm making my debut, yo. Okay, yeah, I got that cabbage. All right, I'll see you on the block. Give me 2 seconds. Yo, I gotta go. I gotta make some money, feed my 3,000 kids. You know how bunnies are. I'm only like 5 years old. I got like 700 kids and shit, but it is what it is. So, deuces, Boricua, bunny.
God bless you, Bunny. Son of a red shirt. Have a great weekend.
I'll be out soon. All right, hold on. I gotta take this call. So I'm gonna let Ian, this punk ass bitch right here. Yo, I love you. I'm only doing them for it. But still, you gotta work on your ventriloquism. But seriously, you gotta see a psychiatrist because you like talking to yourself and shit.
Okay.
All right, deuces, everybody. Rosetta, mamita, love you. All right, everybody, love you. Bye bye. I gotta go. I gotta get this tag off me and whatever. But I gotta make that cabbage, make that money. I'm gonna smoke some carrots. All right.
Oh yeah.
Deuces.
Yeah, get that tag off. Get the tag off. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
my friend.
Mira, that's like some tag and shit. Like they trying to call us here.
You just need like a couple little pegs to help you hold them up further so you can hide off camera and have them do that stuff. It'd be fucking hilarious.
No pegging.
Okay.
No pegging.
Not that kind of impressive holster. I mean.
I knew
that went sideways fast.
I knew Rosetta was into that weird stuff.
Well, okay.
My little Japanese kid inside me could tell.
So that's your little hit of my next thing until I can get back to New York and actually get all the episodes, because I'm a literal screw up because my 5-6 episodes that I did over the summer before I moved are still fucking New York. So I gotta get up there, but I've been working on this new thing anyway when I was up there. Now I'm down here, but now here it is. So this is your future. Look out for it.
I'm screwed.
Forgive me, for being a flag episode. That is the Texas flag, isn't it?
No.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Okay. I know. I've seen so many flags that are look like that. And I never.
I have. Fuck.
What? What's wrong? What's wrong? Okay. No worries. Getting back to music. Remember the music?
Well,
he had a lot of good records, okay? I've not seen somebody bring up Billy Ocean in probably 25 years. You understand? I mean, as somebody who used to spin music at a disc jockey position for years ago, like back in 90, what was that, 92, 93, as an intern, like you see Billy Ocean, you're like, oh my God, we're time traveling.
Yeah.
Oh,
I used to listen to that in the 80s. Like, okay, I was born in 1982, so we grew up in Brooklyn, New York. I'm not going to say a project because that starts centering my actual person, my actual timeline, but it was in a project in Brooklyn, New York. And we used to listen to the beginnings of Michael Jackson when he was coming up, when he was actually a black dude, not a Puerto Rican woman. He was actually black, not white. Billy Ocean was one of those things. I saw Live Aid. My parents actually got HBO, and we bought Live Aid, and we saw all of Live Aid. We saw what is the other thing too? It was, I'm trying to remember. There are a lot of concerts that we used to watch too back in those days, and now I'm watching it on YouTube for free. It's just like, damn, I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. And we had to pay for that shit. I could have just waited 30 years and watched it. Wait, what did Jethro Tull do?
I don't know.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh, they did Aqualung and Thick as a Brick.
The first
I
thing
think they mean what pissed off Wookie. Ian, check your messages.
Oh.
I figured as much, so I'm going on it right now.
Okay.
God damn it. Hey, Wookie, I'm not going to talk to you about folk metal, Celtic folk metal. I'm not going to talk to you about that. But there's some serious good folk metal out there. You got to have like 6 people plus, though, in the band, because you got to still have your guitarist, your bassist. You still got to have your percussionist. You might have somebody on an oboe, maybe somebody on a hurdy-gurdy, but somebody else is on the pan flute. Somebody's going to be on another flute. And all you're going to want to do is just, like, sit there and wonder how the fuck we got to this point.
And remember, Jethro Tull is the first heavy metal album that got a Grammy.
Was it Aqualung?
It was Jethro Tull was the first band to get a heavy metal album.
Didn't they beat the Grammys the 90, in 1990? Billy Crystal was the host.
Exactly.
And fucking Metallica performed one live. Billy Crystal said that song was written by Steve Allen, which at the time I didn't get it. So I studied who Steve Allen was a couple years later. I'm like, oh my God, that's funnier every year I hear that. I have that on VHS somewhere.
Oh yeah, low spec, and Apocalyptica is metal all done on cellos.
Yeah, have you? I was just gonna mention Apocalyptica.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna go along with the flute bashing considering that one sec. I'm not gonna go along with flute bashing for 2 reasons. A, that is actually in my tribe the instrument used for accordion rituals by the men. So there's that. There's also the fact that my husband used to be a flautist for orchestra. So, yeah, I'll stay out of the flute stuff.
I'll get in the weeds.
Wait, what is that?
Oh, Fintroll. I'm just mentioning folk metal bands now.
Okay.
You got Fintroll, Corpy Kalani. I'm trying to remember some other ones I like. Turisas. Oh yeah, Falconer. Falconer's great.
Falconer?
Helvetios by Alluviate, which Alluviate is a interesting folk metal band because all their albums sound the same. There's like not a progression of sound as each album is released. It sounds like the same album that was released 2 years ago, which was the same album released 2 years ago. So if you want a band That sounds like they never changed, but yeah, like 70 different songs. Alluviate is for you. Or
Well,
how
I think I thought Boston invented that.
Have any of you heard? It's a heavy metal, and she's a gal, and Otep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I found Otep in the early 2000s. Must have been 2001, and I just fell in love with her first couple of albums. They just, it was right because I was right when Drowning Pool came out, and I was like, I was like, found all that stuff, and I was like, yeah, I just love that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, Eluveitie looks like they have like 12 members,
Yes.
almost as many as Haggard.
Yeah, they're kind of crazy, but they go all out on tour. The other band I like a lot, nobody likes, and that's Therion, or what used to be Mega Therion.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that's ever said, I love the new Therion album. I've never heard that. I've been a fan of them for 10 years, 12 years. I've never heard anybody say I love them.
Circle.
What?
Maybe you're just in the wrong circle or bringing it up to the wrong people.
Okay, let's look at where I live. And remember, I worked in the Texas oil field. So I had to listen to something not that.
So what are they, like the Nickelback of symphonic metal?
No, actually, they're ran by a singular dude.
That's mean as far as like people not licking them for whatever reason.
Their lead is a control freak, not a narcissist, but he's a control freak, and he has a firm hand on the direction of where the band is going, but he hasn't steered it right probably in about 10 years. 10, 12, 15 years, somewhere around there. They haven't put a good release out for a while. Their latest album is starting to sound like what it should have been after like 1999, but there's about 6 albums total that they released between this and back then that were just garbage. And he kept rotating people out and out and out. He had one album was nothing but metal versions of French love songs. French love songs that I know you've heard them all before. But when you hear this version of it, you're like going, I don't know if I really like this or not. I don't know if I can handle what this is. It's interesting. It's good experimental metal. And that would be what I would classify the last 15 years.
What was the band that actually did a metal album where it was a recipe for like a souffle recipe?
Say again?
There was a metal band that did a whole song, but it turned out in translation in English, it turned out to be a souffle recipe.
Oh, is that Tool? Die Eier von
so.
Satan?
And like the tagline in translate, I don't know the language. It was like no eggs. No eggs.
Yeah. Die Eier von Satan. The
Yes.
the eggs of Satan.
Yes.
Oh my God, I've got to get that.
Wait. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut out. Someone's at my door. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not cool. Hold on.
Get your gun.
Oh, here, I got one for Wookie. This is an image of Haggard, the band. We got like 20 members. We got a violinist, a cellist, a bassist,
Wow.
flute. This chick has flute and clarinet.
Damn.
I've never even heard of them.
They look like
They got the most members of any band that I can remember.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're like a symphonic metal band.
That's fucking 1989 on. Holy shit.
they're all dressed in goth gear.
Yeah.
I am a man who I grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, and I love a big titty goth girl.
I gotta bite my tongue right now on that one.
It's all right. I've loved you for a long time, Rosetta.
Wookie says, "I'm sure their pit is off the
You
chain."
are Mrs. That'll Do. Yeah.
Pit is off. I bet. I bet. Oh,
Good God. Okay, I'm going to be collecting their music here pretty soon.
you're gonna what?
I'm going to be looking for Haggard's music.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt. I got a situation on here, so I want to say goodnight quick. Thank you for letting me join on.
Okay.
I'm sorry to cut out this quickly. Talk to Rosetta after the show. We'll go from there, but I got to take care of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Go. Thanks for dropping in.
Take care,
Thank
Ian.
you very much. And
Take care.
yeah, we're talking later. Let me take care of this. But folks, thank you, and more to come. And okay, bye.
I hope we see more of that guy.
If I get it right, you will.
Okay.
Talk to you soon.
Yep. Over here. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I looked it up. It looks like the Jethro Tull album that beat Metallica was "Crest of a Knave," which I haven't even heard. 1989, and it beat "And Justice for All."
Okay, to be fair, at 1989, And Justice for All was the worst release, in my opinion, for Metallica. Because mainly their drums. The guy that mixed the drums absolutely dropped the soap on that. I thought the drums sound like shit on that album.
Isn't that the album that has Dyer's Eve on it?
Yeah.
What a tragedy, then.
Yeah, Dyer's Eve is great live. In fact, that entire album is amazing live. But I can't stand the studio CD. I think that's like the worst album of the thrash metal that I've ever heard.
And that was like peak Lars, in my opinion.
Yeah,
well, that's where the sound engineer can ruin a performance.
Mm-hmm. Although I do think the drums sound worse in Saint Anger.
Saint Anger. Yeah.
Yeah, where he tightened them to the point where they practically break.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like he's banging on a trash can.
it really does sound like he's beating on like just shit metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People hated Saint Anger and Magneto. Was it Magneto?
Death Magnetic?
Something? Death Magnetic, yeah. I don't know what the hate was. The band gets old, you know?
I do think Saint Anger was their worst album. Well, the band that I love, that was like their lowest point. Feel free to disagree. I just
yeah, I don't know.
Even when it came out, I wasn't very familiar with Metallica, but I was getting into it. And I'm like, what? What is this? And I have not really warmed to it over time.
Yeah, a lot of people haven't.
Oh, Wookiee agrees.
People still upset him about that Napster thing, you know.
My
It still
favorite
gets
part,
talked about, you know.
my favorite part about the Napster thing was somebody did an animated special where Lars and James were talking, and James had the bolts in his neck like Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And Lars was the smooth talking, fast talking guy, talking angrily about the kids that bought the music or got the music without buying it and didn't pay for it. And they're just like hating on Napster the whole time. If I can find that cartoon, I'm going to forward it to you, Bill. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this.
I don't know why he was so mad. I still bought the music. I still buy the music. I'm a consumer, like I always have been, you know.
Well, yeah, and piracy has done a lot for exposure to bands that maybe couldn't afford to promote themselves.
To be
But
fair, is it much different than all the people who always, copied off each other's tapes and recorded off the radio?
Right, and what's most ironic about it, I find, is that at Metallica shows they would have a bootleg section. where people who bought tickets to the show could record it and make bootleg tapes at Metallica shows. But I guess their idea was that they bought a ticket, so they could bootleg. But Napster can't. Napster's not allowed to bootleg.
No.
Here we go.
Oh, he found it.
Yeah, and when I saw the opening logo, I'm like, oh my god, I'm transported back to dial-up speeds. 1999.
I still actually, when it comes to that whole thing, I think Weird Al did it really well with don't download the song and then offering it free as a download everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That was fucking hilarious.
Weird Al is
People who
insane.
want to buy it are still going to want to buy it. People who collect physical media.
And I have news for you. In today's era, it's even easier than that. There's no way you can't easily record. And even back when I was in Job Corps, even 20 years ago, I could run an Audacity program on any computer and record music off of any radio or online site or anything. There was never that hard to get it.
Yeah. And back in the day, you had to make mixtapes manually.
Been there, done that.
I miss the old mixtapes. I do. I mean, there was fun. For some
I
reason,
still like putting mixtapes together. Well, mix CDs.
Yeah, I still put the playlist together just to have that special playlist that you put together with your own heart and soul.
Yeah, especially for when you travel. If for those who still have disc in their cars.
Do you guys remember the movie As Good as It Gets?
Oh, with Jack Nicholson
Yeah, and Helen Hunt.
and Helen Hunt.
There's a scene where they go on a road trip together, and he pisses her off, and so he pulls out a mixed CD from the glove box and says, "In case emergency, play this." And she's like, "Oh hell no, I am not listening to this." And she just totally gets that. Her shit dries up so hard, she is not in the mood after that. And he's got good Sinatra and Dean Martin on there, and she realizes what's going on here. No, not part of it.
Yeah.
Good movie. Well, that's
All right. We'll have to check that out.
I need to start creating some, honestly, on here. All mine are in my computer,
Yeah.
You need to create playlists?
Yeah.
I haven't made a playlist since Vinnie Paul died.
R.I.P.
I still really I didn't value him as a drummer. He was a good drummer for Pantera and hell yeah, but I don't think he was really as good technically as all the others. Still I grew up with Chad Gray in Latham, Illinois, so it's like, okay, well he's with Vinnie Paul now. Guess gotta like this. Damn it.
It's funny. It's like, well, yeah, I guess I like this now. Yeah, because your friend is involved in it, and so you're like, well, yeah, okay, I'll like it. I was never a fan of ICP, who are from here, but we had a friend in high school who's super duper into him, and he was like, he claimed that he was friends with them, and that he would play music with a lot of people on their label, and we all obviously didn't believe him until he brought in a photo album on the last day of school. And we felt bad for doubting him. But I'm like, that's where I soften up on ICP. I think was it Wookie that was a fan back in the day, but I couldn't get into it. But my friend was super into it and was cool with them, so.
My brother's into it, and he's an idiot, so it doesn't help soften my opinion of him.
Wookie says the carnival ain't for everyone. Yeah, that's true. Carnival.
The band that I was into at the end of high school didn't last in the public eye worth of shit. There was a band that came out in '91 called Ugly Kid Joe on mainstream,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and they had a good bluesy sound to them.
They were
Go ahead.
considered alternative rock. Yeah,
Yeah,
I hate everything about you.
yeah.
Yeah, I
And
remember them.
I like that band a lot. And then they put out a second album, As Ugly as They Want to Be, and I got that, and that was really good. And it had more of what I liked in it. And they didn't have like a hit like all everything about you, but they had good songs in there. And I went in the Navy. When I got out, they had another album, and they toured a lot, but they just kind of fell off and on, and they vacillated through the years. And I just found out they put out a new album like a couple of years ago. And so I'm waiting for a day where, okay, the girlfriend goes to work and I get to listen to this album all day at home, which is my entire plan. Don't really want to stream, did a lot of streaming lately. Want to listen to music and paint.
Yeah.
I know that feeling. I have days it's like I should stream. I'm supposed to do my art streams, but I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to deal with anything. I don't want to worry about which songs could get me in trouble if I play them in the background. I just want to put on my headphones, crank my music loud, and work.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think a lot of creative types, a lot of artist types get like that more than atypically. But I think a lot of people, they just get oversaturated on one thing and they're like, okay, I need to change my gearing here. And they do that. And that's just where I'm kind of at right now. After tomorrow's stream with Makani, I'm probably gonna take Monday off and get ready for work. Because Tuesday I've got my appointment with the doctor, and I'm gonna pretty much threaten him with bodily harm if I can't get a note saying I can go back to work. Because I'm ready.
Yeah.
God, I'm ready for work again.
Yeah, I haven't been able to have a legitimate job since I was 23. That's when I was pulled completely because of all the medical. So, hey.
I'm carrying groceries up the 4 flights of stairs again. So I think COVID has been kicked ass. I kicked COVID's ass, I think.
I hope so, man. Really do.
Appreciate that, Bill.
I'm convinced that now that I got that damn vaccination, that I will probably get it, and I don't go in too much contact with people outside my apartment. I really don't. Try not to, anyway.
Well, I almost never go anywhere near any humans. My husband has always been excessively careful about what he brings near me, and I've still got for the third time. So, hey.
Wait, repeat that?
Third
time on COVID?
Yes.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Beginning of the year, 19 through the beginning of 2020, and then beginning of this year, and now this last month. So, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, Stone Cold Jeremy. What is that avatar? Who is that?
Oh, you don't know
Wookie should know who that is because he was chanting his name in the chat a little bit ago. So
you know who that is? You know who that is, Jill? Yeah, Jedi.
No, it's like a KFC hat.
Yeah, I did that for Wookie's benefit.
Okay.
He's the most unusual artist.
Buckethead. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the front man from Buckethead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is Buckethead.
Yeah, he is Buckethead.
He is Buckethead. Okay. An absolute master at.
Yeah.
Shredding it.
Yes.
Dude. He's a true virtuoso.
Oh.
I believe he had the hardest song in Guitar Hero.
You know who we need here if he was awake and able, Dark Gift Comics, because he can talk about, he knows a thing or two about guitar playing, doesn't he? Rosetta?
Mm-hmm.
He also knows a thing or two about being an irritating man. I say it with love as a friend. I'm just giving him shit.
I have to start using that phrase from now on.
What?
I use this. I say this to him with love, but, and that way I'm suddenly, absolved of any sin about fall out of my mouth. 30 seconds later.
Is there anybody here who plays a guitar?
Play
I
guitar.
played rhythm. I played
Hmm?
rhythm.
Rhythm?
I wasn't very good, and nobody ever wanted me in a band, so never mind. But yeah, I tried, but one of the instruments I played.
No.
I played better bass.
Oh,
I got
wow.
a good friend. I got a friend from high school who's still playing bass in a band, in bands, and is doing solo gigs with a regular acoustic guitar. Yeah,
I like
but
seeing
no,
I like
wasn't
seeing
me.
the videos when it was a couple of years ago. Van Halen, I think it was Van Halen, brought out a little youngster who would play the guitar and he would fucking shred that guitar, man. It's like, and the kid's young, like I don't know, must be 8 or 9, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And he just shredded the shit out of it. It's like, holy shit. God damn, I wish, you have to, it's like, wonder if you could learn to shred like that,
Hey, Wookie, how many Buckethead albums or Buckethead Pikes were put out in 1 year? What's his record? Because this is the part where, if you guys don't know who Buckethead is and you're just like, oh, well, he's a guitarist. No. The guy is an absolute machine when it comes to recording music.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, I don't need it. God damn it. It's on his Wikipedia page. I thought you'd know. But I saw it before. It was over 300 albums that he self-produced and put on the web. And some of them were for physical sale. But, he was just churning out music. And if you ever listen to his music, it's just one continuous just festival. That's the only way I could put it. And I'm a guy that I was raised on Satriani. To me, Satriani is the best. Buckethead comes very close. The only thing Buckethead has different is that he has a really good gimmick, and he's got a vein on his arm that stands out about 3/4 of an inch off the skin, so you can always tell when it's him playing because his giant veins coming out from his elbow to his knuckle. And also his live shows, he goes to like a Ben Franklin or a dime store. He buys about $100 worth of toys, and he plays the toys on stage between songs, or he'll be playing with one hand and be fucking around with the toy. Then he'll just like lob it into the audience, and somebody gets to take it home to their kid. And he does that like the entire concert. He's just an odd, very nice man. Yeah,
Swimming bikes.
Yeah, he's got so many pikes. That's what he calls his albums, pikes.
Mhm.
I don't know why.
That's
I'm not a
odd.
fan like Wookie, but I just know that because I read his Wikipedia one day after listening to his music, and I'm like, holy shit, this fucker's talented.
Damn. I had a question and I forgot which it was.
Don't feel too bad. I've done that before too.
Brain fart. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. What?
what's the new music you guys are listening, or what's the new, not new music, but what's the newest thing in your library that you're listening to? Either your Pilfered library, your Spotify list, your purchased album category. I don't care, but what are you guys listening to that for you is brand new?
I'm not going into that for personal reasons of why I listen to it.
No.
I wasn't going to ask you why you listen to New Kids.
No, I didn't say that. Ew, fuck no. No, but the songs I'm listening to right now, they kind of reveal a lot of what's going on in my life if I mention what they are. So,
Who is Dan Visicus? Richard?
Vast.
Bass. He
Dan
is
Vast.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He's been on Friday Night Tights. He's actually recorded their new intro theme song.
Oh, really?
He started back with Orion's Reign a long time ago. I've known him longer than I've known any of you guys. A lot longer, in fact. And yeah, he's a fucking badass.
He did the one that I love is he did a metal version of the Star Spangled Banner for the 4th of July Independence Day once. And that is one of the most amazing versions of that song that I've ever heard. And I've heard all kinds of singers try to come up with their take on the Star Spangled Banner before a sports ball game. And he did an amazing version. I can bring it up. I can bring it up, Bill, if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll find it.
Okay.
Give me a minute. A minute.
Yeah, no worries.
Rosetta, I've been listening to more and more synthwave.
Oh, nice.
Which I know nobody else, not a whole lot of people really listen to that, but that's something between that and stupid heavy metal. That's my grift, my musical grift.
Yeah.
Mystical Tarantula. Okay.
You know I love synthwave, Bruce.
What? I'm sorry.
You know I'm all about the synthwave.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I really like Volcor X. I love his arrangements.
Oh, that's cool. I like that, Darius.
Yeah, it's got sort of a synthwave theme to it.
I found that image, but I couldn't get it moving like that, you know.
Oh yeah, no, I actually found this clip. I didn't make it myself.
Okay. I was going to ask you, do you need some software to do that?
Well, I just I found that clip and then I put it in OBS.
Mm-hmm.
And the OBS virtual camera is my camera, so whenever I start cam, unless I'm on my phone, which I rarely ever am, but yeah, it just comes from OBS. And then I just put text over it or whatever.
So, what is the reason when you see the guitars has got two? What I don't even know what you call it, what the right terminology is for. Yeah,
two necks,
V necks. Yeah, what's the point, purpose? I don't. What's the reason? What's the story behind the two-buck guitar? Basically, is what I'm trying to ask. Can anybody tell me?
Oh, I'm trying to remember.
I think usually one of them is going to be like a bass, and the other is going to be a 6-string. So you could alternate between the two of them, and you could take both parts. You could literally do both roles in the band if you've got the technique for it. I wouldn't want to do it myself just because of the weight.
It reminds you of James Brown, huh?
That guy you're listening to, Mystical, badass.
I got it. I got it, Richard. It's up there.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, say,
Can you hear it?
can you see
Because I can't. Seriously, I thought I shared. I thought I shared audio. Is it?
Yeah, we got audio.
All right.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah, he's singing the national anthem. But we'll probably still get a claim on it.
Good God.
Damn.
He's
That's
Brazilian,
really-
by the. He's Brazilian, by the way. He's not a. He doesn't live here. He lives in Brazil. But he was like, I want to do this for the 4th of July for my American friends.
Wow.
Like I said, I've known him a long time. He does yearly Christmas music with Minivod, where they do like classic Christmas songs repeat, hold of like speed metal and stuff.
Wow.
Oh no, Dan's good people.
Because he likes Petra, Avantasia, and Dragon Force. Avantasia is another band.
Avantasia is one of my fucking favorites.
Yeah, Avantasia is from the singer of Ed Guy.
Yes. Oh god. I have something I want to say, but I can't really. So one sec here.
It's over, right?
Yeah, it's over.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Couldn't hear it.
That was great.
That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, Tobias Sammet. That's the guy who does Avantasia.
Tobias?
Yep.
Yeah, Tobias Sammet. He's also from Ed Guy,
Oh.
which is a German metal band, which I'm fond of.
German.
Well, their
Tobias Sammet.
lyrics are in English.
A
but they're
German
from
that's
Germany.
not Remstein. Really?
Oh yeah, totally different style, completely different.
That
but-
stays in the private chat for that reason.
Power metal. They're fucking power metal, Jedi Bill.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah. I know this stuff very well. Bite me, Wookie. Kiss my ass.
Oh, geez.
That's interesting, Rosetta, but okay, cool. Very cool.
Yeah. It's kind of the weird life I've had. But yeah, when you talk about this stuff, oh god. I have followed a lot of this stuff. I still know a lot of the new artists. I follow a lot of the indie YouTube artists. I still pay attention to new operatic, symphonic, speed, and other metal bands that are coming out. So that's kind of a lot of the stuff I listen to.
Very cool.
I am, however, probably about ready to pass out.
Well, you should get some rest then.
Probably. So you guys stay out of trouble. Have fun.
No,
and
we're gonna get into trouble.
Yeah.
Well, where's the fun in that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy it for $1.
I'm trying to get up and. Do you want to know what's really fun right now about what I'm dealing with?
No.
I'm sitting here trying to work on my artwork, and guess what?
No, you got a kitty cat on your artwork.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
You need to get that pussy off the artwork.
Oh, now, how about I just stroke it on your hair? I mean.
Oh, wow.
And on that note, good night, everybody.
Wow. Okay.
Good night, Rosetta.
night, Rosetta.
Good night.
You're gonna be with us tomorrow, I hope.
What's that?
Rosetta usually is with. She's an occasional member of Machiny Draws art streams.
Yeah.
He likes having her on.
Carlos Santana. You guys think Carlos Santana is a good guitar player, right?
He's amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who's had like over 20 something lead singers
Oh hell
for their
yes.
lifetime.
Yeah, I've been listening to Carlos for over 40 years. Not his most recent stuff, although I started again. But yeah, oh my God, what a band!
Hmm. That reminds me, I think Latino Slant is having a birthday celebration today later.
Oh, I'm gonna have to give him a hard time.
Yeah,
In español.
yeah. I think it's good night, Eagle Rider. Good night.
Hey, right, be good.
Thank you for being awesome and being here. Uh, let's see if it was the other night. The bot stopped for some reason. The whole chat stopped working, and even the bot stopped working. Oh,
Again?
you got it. No. It just yeah. Let me see. Let me test it.
Oh, don't worry, I'm prepared.
Let's see.
Yeah, I
I
saw
don't
you
know if
made
it
custom
comes up.
commands for lots of people.
Yeah, I still want to do more. Yeah. There must be okay. Yeah, see, it's working now, but last time it stopped because it was like 1:30 and we went to like 3 or 4, and it was just nothing. No commands were like, what's going on? I don't know. Maybe it was because YouTube or StreamYard do their daily, purge or whatever. I don't know.
Well, it shouldn't be affected by StreamYard. The Stream Elements bot should just run right out of Stream Elements directly through YouTube. And then everything that's in the YouTube chat will then run into StreamYard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're having a problem with the Stream Elements end. Because it should start up when your stream starts up. And even though there's an option for it to be active when you're not streaming, I think that only applies to Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Because you can still use the Twitch chat when someone's not streaming.
That's cool. And I know there's somehow you can program without having to type something in where the commands will just come up aesthetically and be on like timers.
Yeah, you can create timers so that it'll drop something at whatever interval you choose with a minimum number of chat lines so that it doesn't spam the chat.
Yeah.
And you can set up cooldown timers. So I think most commands have a default cooldown timer of like 5 seconds. So when JJ and I both typed the command to drop his link at the same time, it only came up once.
So Richard, can you remember some of your first musical concerts that you went to?
First musical concert I went to was David Johansen from the New York Dolls after he left them and went solo. And it was at my high school. It was a charity concert.
Oh.
And the only other concert I've been to was Spyro Gyra, which is sort of a jazz group.
I remember them.
Yeah, they were good. They had some interesting stuff. They had like 7 members in the band, a bunch of saxophones and horns, and they did some good music. But I wasn't into concerts, which is probably why I could hear the mosquito tone when I was 40.
Huh.
My ears didn't take any damage from going to concerts and listening to really loud music. I did that later when I bought my stereo.
Yeah.
I listened to a lot of it at home.
Well, the New York Dolls were very influential. They're from the early 70s, but they did the glam look way before the glam metal bands did. They were more of like a punk rock band.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, given the time frame, you consider them like a proto-punk band.
Yeah, they were a weird punk band early on. And they folded. They went their separate ways probably before punk became really a thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, they were like the proto.
Yeah.
They were the predecessor. But yeah, Johansson was like a third rate Mick Jagger imitator. And he was great in Scrooged as the taxi driver. He was great. Yeah. And he was that way on stage. He was kind of like, yeah, whatever. And they would, he went into the next song.
Well, yeah,
And
he
my
kind of
ears,
looked like Jagger.
yeah, he did a little bit, but I mean, all I remember from that concert was my ears rang for 3 days. Because it was in the gymnasium. I mean, you want to talk about an acoustically bright room. This is a big space with hard walls, ceiling, and floor, everything. I mean, the reverb in there was comparable to a Gothic church.
Oh, jeez. Damn.
Oh my God. Yeah. And they had the whole setup and the big speakers and the massive amps, and everybody in that room, their hair was everybody walked out with their hair pushed, gone straight back. Because that was how loud it was. Oh my God. But it was a good concert. I enjoyed it. I'm like, I hadn't heard half of the songs he did. I'd heard a couple. And I'm like, yeah, that was great. Then I was like, for 3 days, I went, what?
You know what's crazy about him, Red Shirt, is he still kind of looks like Mick Jagger.
Yeah. Yeah, because Mick Jagger now looks like he's about 130.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that guy an actor too?
Like I said, he was in Scrooged. He
Yeah.
played the ghost.
Buckster,
He played the
yeah,
ghost. The Ghost of Christmas Past as a cab driver.
And he did the Buckster Poindexter, or he had a hit single like "Hot, Hot, Hot."
Yep.
You remember that? Remember that? I remember that. I remember that video.
He was a big deal back in the 70s. It was, late 70s is when I was in high school. So he got brought in to do a charity concert. And yeah, that was the first concert I ever heard. And I'm like, wow. And I didn't go to a lot. I'll admit. I bought a really good stereo instead.
That guy was also in a movie called Tales from the Dark Side, where he had to hunt a cat, and the cat ended up getting the best of him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
If you've seen it, it was quite gruesome. The cat won.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I haven't
hey,
seen Tales from Dark Side in forever.
Bill, was that the inspiration for your cat hat video?
No. No. I just like my animals. My kitties. My kitties have been doing good, actually. When I shoot a little 20-second video or 16-second video and post it as a short, and I'm lucky sometimes I get 13 or 16,000 views. Or 100. Or 900 and something close. So.
Oh yeah, is that Christian Slater?
Uh,
Tales from the Dark Side.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a young Christian Slater.
Yeah, he was in. Yeah. I know. All those actors are old now. We're all older.
Yeah. Beats the alternative.
Yeah. I kind of want to since I'm doing this show on rock music and rock talk, I might do a collaboration. Might make a fan's perspective rockumentary kind of. So.
Okay.
Are you gonna face app your face onto all the famous rock musicians?
No, I won't do that. There's no need for that. No need for that.
I may get shouted down for this one, but there's one band, and rock, yeah, sort of, but they were just the most amazing collection of musicians, and I'm talking about the Traveling Wilburys. Do you know where that group came from?
No.
How that got started? Okay. George Harrison in the mid 1980s was doing his Cloud 9 album, and it was traditional to promote an album. You'd put one song on a 45 on the A side, and on the B side you'd put a song you'd never released before, and then you'd put that out, and that would be part of the marketing for your album. And George was recording in New York, and he'd been recording Cloud 9. At Cloud 9. And he's like, wait a minute, I don't have any songs that I haven't put out before. I need a completely new song, and I need a band to record it with. I don't have anybody. He was there basically doing put the final touches on it. So he starts looking at who's around in New York. And he gets, what are we talking about here? Let me look at this up because I want to get their names right. The guy who was ELO,
Jeff Lynne.
Okay.
Jeff Lynne. He got Tom Petty. He got oh shit.
Roy Orbison.
Roy Orbison.
Yes. Wasn't Tom Petty part of it too?
Yeah, Tom Petty. Yeah, I said Tom. Yeah, Tom Petty, Roy Orbison. Hang on, Traveling Wilburys. Traveling Wilburys. There they are. Let me see if I get a name. I get a list of names here. So, yeah, Bob Dylan, George Harrison, Jeff Lynne, Roy Orbison, and Tom Petty. I'm sorry. If you listen to music from the 1950s to the 1980s, you know every one of those people.
Yeah.
And the thing that's amazing is listening to a song where Bob Dylan and Tom Petty alternate verses. You're listening to it going, they sound almost alike. They were almost the same. And there's some amazing music there. And they came together. They made this one song to be the B-side of George Harrison's 45 to market Cloud 9. And then they're like, you know what? This was fun. We should do this again. And as a result, we got, I think, 2 albums out of them.
Yeah.
And, oh my God, that was a band. You went from Tom Petty singing the verse and Roy Orbison singing the chorus or something like that. And that doesn't exist anywhere else.
No. We don't get that anymore.
Is that how Friday Night Tights got started?
That's actually not that far off.
You know what else it reminds me of? Here's a blast from the late 80s.
Yeah.
The damn Yankees. Anybody else remember that?
Yeah. I remember seeing bumper stickers for the band.
You had Ted Nugent. You had Tommy Shaw. You had...
Ted Nugent.
Yeah, it was Ted Nugent Supergroup. Hold on.
Yeah. Ted Nugent's like a hometown boy.
Is he?
Kind of. I don't think he's... I have to look it up. He's definitely from Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah, Tommy Shaw, Ted Nugent, Marco Carlone, and Jack Blades. I remember Blades was on drums. And they had a badass first album, but motherfucker, you know what ruins every late 80s band? Goddamn power ballads. And theirs was high enough. and every power ballad sounds the exact fucking same. I could swap out the bullshit from fucking Sister Christian with about every other fucking long-haired metalhead power ballad, and it would sound the exact fucking same. I could swap lyrics. Nobody would know the difference. So,
Tommy Shaw was the damn Yankees too.
yeah. Tom Shaw, Jack Blades, Ted Nugent, Michael Cardellone. Earl Switzer was part of it, but they revived their careers with that, and they started doing stuff. And then they released 2 albums, one of them in '94, and then they just kind of disappeared. And supposedly got back together in 2004 to 2010, but I never saw them doing anything with that because I wasn't able to go out. I had no expendable cash for extra money. But that was a band that I don't think I took that out of the CD player for like 6 years. That first album was good. Tommy Shaw and Jack Blades recorded their own album called Shaw Blades. In '95, they had very little support from the label because nobody wanted to see them go without Ted Nugent. It vanished after being on the shelf for like a day and a half. Night Ranger, goddamn it, that was it. Night Ranger was a band.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember Night Ranger.
They did Sister Christian.
Yeah.
That's a rock. That's certainly a rock ballad there.
Yeah, so that was Jack Blades. And then Michael Cardellone, where was he from?
Michael Cardellone. The group he was with, that everybody remembers him from, was Damn Yankees. But before that, he was kind of doing Southern rock, and I believe it was Leonard Skinner was his main thing, but nobody recognized him because he was always behind a damn drum kit. And Skinner had like 6 or 7 guys in it at one point, didn't they? I know they took a bunch of people on the road with them.
It looks like he's currently with Leonard Skinner.
Okay.
I think Damn Yankees is how he started.
He's years active, though, on his Wikipedia is 1973 till now. So he's always been in a small, like, club band.
Mm-hmm.
But it just, yeah, Damn Yankees was his liftoff. He worked for the touring drummer for Ted Nugent and later John Fogerty. And he did settle on Leonard Skinner. I want to say I saw him with 38 Special in 90 or in 91. And I saw Foghat at a Sangamon County fair about that same time in Illinois. And for some odd reason, that Sangamon County fair actually pulled some real, like, old Southern rock bands. You had 38 Special, you had Foghat, Van Zant's brother was in it for a while. Yeah. Good God.
Well,
don't mean to bore you, man.
No, it's okay. We're 3 hours in, and I think it's a good time to close it down and say goodbye for the night.
Hey, Bookie Supremacy, on Green Jelly's album Three Little Pig, or the song Three Little Pigs, Maynard Keenan sings that part. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. So that is exactly right. Green Jelly is Tool.
Yeah. Oh, guys, thank you, everybody.
It's always a pleasure to be with you, Bill.
Oh, it's been a good one.
Thank you, Jedi Bill. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah,
thanks, Bill.
I love talking rock music. So I'm gonna do this every Saturday. They might change in times, but because I want to get some other guests on here, and then we're gonna try to make the show better. Because I want to talk. It's not just rock or metal. It's just all rock music, and I want to get into the origins of it, and I want to hear people's stories.
Yeah.
So, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Wookiee Supremacy, Dersh Munchausen, Stone Cold Jeremy, Eagle Rider, Just Another Red Shirt, and cast of several. This has been fun, and thank you. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you, Chad.
I hope you have a great weekend, everybody, and a great week. We'll see you later, folks.
Peace.
Later.
Thank you.